get rid of Elizabeth here. Boop. Hop back into the game.
I knew you wanted to kill me. I knew I'm going to be the first to die. I knew it.
The immediate problem here is you have two members of your company now who have no clue what's going on, and one of them's a bear. And it's possible he believes he was always a bear.
I dimly remember a time when I was not a bear, but I'm not 100% sure I wasn't a bear turning into a water mouse.
Serenity, why the hell are we in Pandemonium?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
What's the last thing you remember?
Talking about some plan or another back in Sigil? Like, that's the last thing I remember.
It gets kind of fuzzy. You remember pretty clearly the events that transpired on Worm's Day, which would have been when Factyl Nylesia gave her proclamation. You remember that going down in Sigil.
Yeah.
And people being very on edge. You remember an altercation with some Doomguard.
Yeah, I remember that.
You were involved with. But it gets fuzzy after that point. What happened the next day or the subsequent week, you're not really sure.
Like, as far as I know, I crossed paths with some Doomguard who wanted to take me in for some kind of bounty or something or other, and then I think I went to Mahogany's house, but that's the last I remember.
Okay, so I'll reach into my pack and pull out Bascaloon's head. Does that work? Did you remember anything now?
Did I do that?
Does anyone speak bear?
No. Does Mahogany's bear voice sound suspiciously like McDohl's Scarlett Johansson impression?
I was thinking that exact thing.
No, that's my Nodal impression. Like, that is clearly my Nodal impression.
So he pulls this. Not only is this thing a disgusting and partially beginning to decay head, but it's got tentacles for a beard. It's pretty awful.
Did I do that? Did I do that?
We all did that.
Well, okay then.
I'll put it back in my bag. Basically, we had to take... This was a devil we had to kill. We brought it here because he'd be weakened by the intrinsic nature of this plane.
Alright. And
now we're looking for a way out because our only known way out just collapsed behind us, in front of us.
Fabulous. Why did we go this way in the first place? Ciclon looks very short. It's
our only known way out.
He's already started to look like he's drunk the plane's Kool-Aid.
On the flip side, he's not raving about Dow hiding in every shadow anymore.
And Riot will introduce him again. We introduce him to Dinkflink.
Dinkflink, pleasure to meet you. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Dinkflink agrees with the sentiment.
This way. I'll walk around the ceiling to make sure I don't go anywhere near that pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that I was raving about Dow hiding in every corner. Interesting. Huh. Glad I'm not doing that anymore.
Me too.
Mahogany's tile has become unselectable.
Oh, I think I locked you accidentally when I was trying to delete that black square.
Bear lock.
You're just that confused. You're just paralyzed by indecision.
And Ciclon is...
So at this point, no one knows that Mahogany lost his memory. Because he's just a bear.
No, but it's a pretty safe bet because he's drenched.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. He's a wet bear.
The smell of wet bear is almost as bad as the smell of troglodyte.
And the bear already smells like troglodyte because he was bathed in the goop.
In the goop. So you come to another
he
dead
agrees
end.
with me.
This one, examining the line, very short. It's labeled again, directions to Limbo. And it says, Limbo, why go to Limbo? More like Lamebo.
Mahogany lays down on the floor and covers his eyes.
Okay. All right. I have to say, I think we need to give Brickroad the blip for that one.
Other than that, featureless dead end.
All right, let's do 180.
Finding your path back, fortunately, back to this fork is not as disorienting because the shape of the pool
Okay.
Makes more sense. So where are we backtracking to?
Probably
Here.
back to this fork right here.
Okay. Back to the pyramid and taking the last route through?
Yep.
Okay. Get my Photoshop up here.
Whee! Bye, dice. Wham!
I gave Dinkling's token a name.
And
Ciclon is actually Ciclon is actually being a little bit nicer to Serenity now. now that he doesn't think she's trying to capture him.
Do you hear anything here, Riot?
Do I?
I mean, just the winds and Elsie Clone not complaining.
Alright, Riot points this way.
Okay. That's the harmonica? Great.
Mahogany is reasonably sure she's bullshitting. Because he has pretty good hearing.
Bear with me 1 second.
But he'll go along with it.
What's he gonna say otherwise?
Okay.
For all Mahogany knows, they need to follow Riot's instructions this time, just like on the Grey Ways.
Yeah.
Sure. I think it'd be a good idea
This
for them to
this
follow
place
Riot
looks pretty
instructions all the
gray.
time.
And another fork.
Well, you're right.
All these forks.
No music this time, huh?
No, you still can't hear any music, just the winds.
Alright, this way.
All right.
Out of boredom, Kelian is just changing his center of gravity every few feet. Just jumping down and going the other way.
Okay, Serenity, stop right there. Because coming down this tunnel, there's a branch going off of it. And all around the rim of this branch are these bizarre-looking, kind of sickly milk white, speckled with orange, huge mushrooms surrounding this branch. So you can safely avoid them if you don't want to deal with them by walking around the walls or the ceiling and going past. But to enter that branch of the cave, you would have to gingerly walk by them.
Do I recognize them?
You do not. You've never seen these before.
I'll look back to...
Kelian, you got a poisoner's kit, right? You're proficient with it? I'll let you make an intelligent poisoner's kit at disadvantage. Just to see if you notice anything about these mushrooms.
You guys, I have suspicions about these mushrooms.
Nope. Well, hold on. Is that intelligence?
Yes, intelligence poison kit.
10.
10?
10.
No, they're just gross-looking mushrooms.
Riot's gonna ask Dinkling if she knows what these are.
Yeah, I was going to ask, since they had talked about avoiding big mushroom forests.
And she says that she doesn't want to deal with these mushrooms. She would prefer not to go that way.
Oh, come back if there's no other way through.
That's fine.
Kelian draws a fire on his chalkboard.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Yeah, no idea.
So avoiding the mushroom spores.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Spores
okay.
are they spores of agony?
Almost there.
Just to be clear about this marching order, are you trying to push past me, Elciclone?
Ciclon's keeping pace with Serenity now.
Alright, then you're in front of me because I'm directly behind Serenity.
And the
That's
tunnel
yeah.
continues on.
Alright.
Alright, everybody go ahead and place yourselves. So if we have to come back this way, we know where we're going.
Blindfold.
Oh, I guess if your blindfold is on, you don't see other people remove their blindfolds?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, I'll wait and leave mine on. And then I'll take mine off last, and we'll see if I see anything new.
Yeah, we might be able to play werewolf with this.
I mean, that's a
All right, we're
reasonable
good.
solution. Alright.
The tunnel just continues on in this direction.
Oh, hey, what's
Nothing
up?
otherwise special.
Yep.
Stop right there. Entering this section of the cave, you can all, Serenity first, then Ciclon and Mahogany immediately after, can hear the moaning tones of the harmonica again.
Hey, that
I knew it.
Yeah, I guess
well
you're
done.
right.
Well done.
Alright, let's keep going. We haven't seen anything that makes me think of spikes, have we?
No, not yet.
Okay.
And then stepping forward, the tunnel continues on.
Yep.
Can we get the little Link to the Past link going up the stairs sound effect?
No, because you're not actually going up anything. You're just to your eyes, it just looks like a straight tunnel with weird curves in it because of the effect of gravity.
Yeah.
You get nothing.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Loading. Hey, troglodytes.
Everybody can move your guys up there, I guess.
Oh, can we take off blindfolds?
Yes. I didn't call for
just-
blindfolds because I knew
yeah.
we were going to be up in that corner anyway. And as you
Here we
move
go.
along this tunnel, and it's curving in bizarre ways, up and over and around itself, but it doesn't branch. And as you move through it, it might just be a trick of the wind, but you believe you're hearing the sound get stronger.
Well, this is encouraging.
Oh, yeah, the harmonic, that sound means we're gonna get out of here, by the way.
Oh, well, wonderful. Let's keep doing that.
And at the end of this tunnel here, it begins to widen out. And you're looking out into the harmonica.
Nice.
Hey!
Now, this will only fit on the table sideways, but... well, first of all, we can get rid of that. Oh, we got rid of all the squares. Congratulations, you fully explored one branch of the dungeon.
Hooray! Whoa.
So, what we're looking at here, this is one of the spikes in the harmonica. So you're looking out into this chamber, you're coming out of a hole, you got a cross section up here in the corner. You're coming out of a tunnel which would be in the floor, and there's hundreds and hundreds of these spikes lunging up towards the center. And the spikes have all been hollowed inside, so the winds blowing through this tunnel make that kind of discordant, very low tone bass sound. It sounds musical. There's some kind of, like a kind of macabre whimsy to it, almost. But from where you exit, you're coming up a little bit at a slope to enter the chamber, and you can clearly see a line of spikes ahead of you. They're not in a perfect line. It's not like an Arcadian, every spike has its place. There's a lot of chaos to the place. But you're reasonably sure that, but you could narrow down the 3 spikes forward to a couple of them off in the distance.
All right. Yeah, that's. I'll remind the party of the directions, which is travel forward 3 spikes, climb up to the 4th landing.
Okay. Is there an obvious ford from here?
Because, like I said, you're coming up out of this tunnel at kind of a slope. It's not like the other tunnels you saw where it was just a hole bored into the earth. Here it actually slopes upwards, so you're just kind of merging into this tunnel. If you're walking
So
on the
keep going,
ceiling,
Yeah.
it'll be a little weirder. because then to you it would look like a hole in the floor. But yeah, coming up on the slope, you can very clearly see you have a forward direction.
All right, well, let's keep going.
All right,
Yeah, count all
while we're
three.
at that, though, Nodal, just because you're a bear, you want to roll me a d4?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you do.
3.
3. Okay, so nothing happens with the winds.
While we're moving, I'd like to get Serenity to kind of bring me up to speed with what happened for the past few days. You know, to try and help fill in the gap of my memory.
Well, we got here. The wind was terrible and started driving us all insane.
Well,
We got
no,
lost.
Before that, what's the stuff? Why did we come here in the first place?
There's a very powerful devil, I believe, in Sigil, who's a contact of Kelian's, that wanted us to kill this Bascaloon out of revenge, and also he's just not a very nice person.
Okay.
I didn't really need more than that.
All right.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Wait, did you just go bear? Sorry, I thought.
Fair enough.
No.
Judging by the directions given to you by Middle Bob, you've narrowed it. The 3 spikes forward could be one of about 3 spikes, because there's not 3 spikes in a line, but there's 3 good candidates for what he must have been talking about. We'll just label them A, B, and C. Where would you like to investigate first?
I actually want to try and leave markings on these 3, because there's no guarantee that once we come back down from one of them, that we'll be able to figure out which ones they were.
Okay, and how do you mark them?
We all
Yeah, we've got some chalk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now these spikes are enormous. They're really, really large around.
How does gravity work on these? Is it downward across the entire spike, or can I walk over the surface of it if I try?
Nobody's tried yet.
I'll try approaching it.
Okay. The one you approach, you can see they actually have little stairways going up them, so you can tell how gigantic these things are.
Yeah.
And so the gravity's pulling down towards the stairways.
Okay.
So trying to walk on the wall, when you put your hand on the wall, you don't feel the pull of gravity towards the spike. It's still pulling down, like it's a giant stalagmite.
Okay.
Okay.
So Riot, you go to one of the base of the stairs and make
Yeah,
chalk markings on the walls and floors there.
right.
Okay. So which one are you
And
going
I-
to first, A, B, or C?
I'm gonna go stand at the base of the stairs on A and wait for the others to go to B, and C.
So splitting it up.
I guess depending on how far apart they are, can I still see B and C from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
drawn
'cause
A,
I-
B, and C on the map here. Everybody put your marker where you'd like to go.
I'll stick with Riot, just because I don't like the idea of us of anyone being alone.
B is for bear, and that's good enough for me.
Where's Riot going?
Brian's going to A.
Going to A, okay. So standing at the base of A, what exactly is it you're waiting for?
I'm waiting for the others to mark off B and C.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so, because I want us to be able to all see each other so we can be clear on which
Yeah,
these are.
I'll mark B and then I'll move on to C.
Riot, from where you and Ciclon and Dinkflink are standing, you have spatial awareness of C, but you can't literally see it with your eyes from where you're standing. It's too far away. But you can see B, and you can make out the lights of your companions. If they didn't have light, you wouldn't be able to see them. They'd be outside of the range of your vision. But because they're holding that lantern, you can see them very clearly.
Okay.
Okay, so
While
Serenity gets down with some chalk and marks the ground in the staircase there.
Yep.
While we're waiting, I'm asking I'll ask Riot to try and fill in any more details she can about our circumstances for coming here.
Riot tells the story of Bascaloon making herself out to be the hero.
Okay, well, I'm totally down for that.
It goes into and then talks about the evil versus evil confrontation, about how we had to come down on the least odious side in the hearth.
When you
Okay.
let's go back to the story of Basqualoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we elaborate on that a little bit?
In Riot's telling of it, there was no confusion. There was no hitch.
Okay.
There, there was no. She also leaves out the part about the dead kid
Okay.
because she doesn't think that would that might kind of upset El Ciclon.
Okay.
So in Riot's telling of it, you know, she talks about how Kelian went in there, plied his trade a bit, and then at the signal from Kelian, the whole party burst in. We screamed out the key to the portal. Then we're all in pandemonium, where we had the advantage on our hated enemy, Basqualoon. He was powerless to defend against us, and before 2 rounds had passed, we were victorious and hacking off his head.
Okay.
Dinkflink, upon hearing this story, she looks very interested. She says, if you told that story to my great uncle, he would have given you all free beer.
Well, all the
Look
more
at
reason why we should work as hard as we can to meet up with the great uncle. And while I have Dinkflink alone here, I say, listen, you must never be alone with Kelian.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Because he forgot that shit. He forgot that shit too. He forgot. Yeah.
Now,
why not?
to be clear, LC Clone doesn't know what went down at the brothel, but he still knows Kelian's a murderer. He still knows that Kelian killed Anastas the Truthful.
That's right, he did. Yeah.
You still have recollection
that went down
of
at the devil.
I know we didn't. Didn't come out openly until we were at that.
That only came out once
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
at the.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
yeah.
didn't know that until then.
Okay, so no.
so
Yeah, no, you're right.
yeah.
So yeah, she asks, why not? He seems nice enough.
In a group, sure, but he has dangerous proclivities when he's on his own.
Really? Can you be more elaborate on that?
I could.
Will you?
No.
At this point, Dinkflink says, maybe we should discuss this later. It looks like your friends have made it to the 3rd spike. And sure enough, looking off in that direction, you just see the very faint glow of light. You can no longer make out their shapes.
All right, let's catch up. Let's catch up to them then.
All right.
Riot,
Because-
Elsie Clone, and Dinkflink. I mean, I guess I'll roll for Dinkflink, but some initiative needs to happen.
Oh, okay.
Also, some light needs to happen in this room. It's really dark in here.
I get advantage on that. Come on, get out of here.
Whew, wrong.
Because if we're going to be working on this thing with Aunt Nancy together, then I need to know what I'm dealing with here.
There's no more conversations happening right now. We're
Right.
working on initiative, so... Well, I want to get back to that, but right now we've got to kill you both.
Nope, not going to happen.
For both groups initiative or just those 3?
Just them. You guys have no idea what they're dealing with.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just making
So we
sure.
can talk. Well, I can't.
You can't, because then you'll
You can
distract
bear.
me.
You can bear.
Grrr.
That was terrible.
Sorry.
Leave it to the professionals.
Okay. Dinkflink rolled really well for a character with no stats. Look how that name's spelled, too. I mean, come on, a Y? Really?
A Y, really? Oh, it's a
she's
fantasy
my
name.
favorite.
It's a fantasy name.
Wouldn't it be Dink Flank?
No, flank.
Right? I'm not really liking this name. Like, I'm
Right.
not really liking this fantasy name generator.
What are we doing on initiative?
18.
18. And what about Mr. Ciclone?
I am on 12. I am after both of them. I'm dead last.
Oh, you know what? Your psi points are wiped, too. I didn't think about that earlier because I forgot you had them.
Really?
Your
I
psi
can
points
still
are wiped.
I can still maintain focus though,
As long as it doesn't cost any points, yes.
but I still get the advantage.
Key points are gone, too.
Key points are.
Yep.
God, Rickard, you are lame.
Stick swatter, man. Stay the fuck out of it. I forgot you had points. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that earlier.
That's what these little things are right here. But just throw them off the table because they're useless.
No, 'cause now they're just gonna come back.
There they are. Look, they came back. You believed hard enough.
Yay!
Well, see, the problem is that the sticks goes all the way around the planes and then comes back.
Um,
I'll put my points in front of you.
you guys are just about to set off towards your companions when you hear loud chittering sounds around both sides of the spike. When you turn that direction, you see these enormous horse-sized insects, and they give off illumination, kind of very faintly, but it looks like there's a sac beneath their head, inside of their body. They look like giant horse-sized beetles. There's some kind of air sac near their mandibles that's giving off this dim orange glow. And they both breathe fire at the three of you.
I'm going to. Am I surprised this round?
No, but they act first. They got 20.
I know, but I'm going to try and at least cutting words one of these attacks with my reaction.
It's not an attack roll. You guys make a save.
Oh,
What kind of a save?
A dexterity saving throw. DC is 11.
I failed.
Failed?
Yep.
DC's 11. You said.
Yep.
See.
Yep.
Failed.
Bear with me 1 second. I added these creatures to my encounter list, but then I must have forgot to save it because I no longer have it here. I am the very best at planning. Let nobody say otherwise.
When we were doing my minor one-shot, I literally printed out every single possible thing that you guys could fight, and I'm pretty sure I still needed to look something up. Like, I had the bartender's stats, like...
Wow.
Well, sometimes I type stuff up on my laptop, and because I work on it throughout the week. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll just finish this tomorrow. But then Windows updates or some dumb shit happens.
Yeah.
Alright, so 7 points of fire damage if you failed that save. Round that down to 3 fire damage if you passed.
Alright, so Ciclon's still not looking happy.
Okay. And now make a second saving throw for the second one.
Okay.
Dex save, DC 11.
Alright, pass that one.
Okay.
That'll pass. I might still die anyway.
It's 9 damage, but you can take 4 if you made the save.
Dead.
Dinkflink and Ciclon drop as these things round the corner.
Okay.
We can't leave you guys alone for a minute.
Nope, you can't.
Hey, it was Riot and Kelian last time, now it's Ciclon and Riot.
Yeah, it's Riot's turn.
Alright. Those weren't melee attacks, right?
Those were breath weapons. So they both breathe fire in a cone. They're flanking you. One's coming around from either side.
Okay. I'm gonna use double move toward C, yelling out, "Help! Help!"
Yelling, help, help.
Yeah.
The winds right now are at 4. What's y'all's passive perceptions down there? What's the highest passive perception between the three of you at sea?
15.
15?
And I have advantage on hearing.
It's not I don't think the hearing would reach you even. Like,
Then
over the
15.
winds. 15.
So, like, I might see the lantern.
You guys are coming around the other side of the spire, and Mahogany, for a second, you see a bright flash off in the distance where you know where your companions were. And it seemed very unnatural in this place. There's this bright orange light. And you have no idea what the source is.
Mahogany growls loudly.
Riot, how far can you run on a dash?
60 feet.
60 feet? Okay, I'm going to put you halfway between A and B.
Okay.
And then he like butts his head into Serenity and pushes her towards where they are.
Okay. What is Serenity and Kelian's reaction to this when the bear starts looking very agitated?
Destil your makes off.
Is Mahogany making action to move in that direction
Yeah.
afterwards?
I'm trying to, but I don't have a light, so I'm gonna go to the end of the light.
Yeah,
and then
as soon as
I'm
you
gonna
start
wait.
moving in that direction, to
Yeah,
the end of my
that'll be-
light, I'll just flat out
That's
move.
also Kelian's prompt.
At a 60-foot dash, I'll put you guys between B and C.
Okay.
How about 80? Can I get to Riot?
No, because Riot still hasn't reached B. I'm saying 120 feet between each of the letters.
Okay. Can I see Riot's light at 80?
Riot doesn't have light.
She does?
El Ciclon was carrying the light. Oh.
What?
Yeah, no,
Alright.
the only person here who doesn't have light is Mahogany. Oh, and Kelian, I guess, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his-
Kelian has dark vision, so he can see.
I'm
dim
just
stuff.
saying
So, yeah,
that if
running-
I can see Riot's light from
Yes.
that distance, I'm gonna abandon
Absolutely.
these guys.
Okay, so you're going to run
Alright.
80. So let's put these two between B and C, and we'll put you right at B. Just kind of simplify that a little bit. So the three of you go ahead and roll initiative. Okay. Elsie Clone, you make a death save, my friend.
Mm.
pass.
Pass. And take 2 fails. 'Cause
Oh,
one of these
lovely.
beetles is starting to eat you.
Lovely.
So, Riot, you're yelling at the top of your lungs, but the winds in the harmonica, it seems like the sound of your voice is just trailing off before it even reaches your own ears. There's something different about the winds in these rooms. Nonetheless, though, as you're running frantically forward, you start seeing the glow of light come back towards you, so you know that you've got their attention somehow. It is your move.
Alright. I'm going to go back 30 feet
Okay.
and try and hope to God I can cast a healing word on El Ciclon.
Did Elsie Clone have a light on him?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you know where Elsie Clone is, and his lantern's laying on the ground, and you see the beetles are starting to tear into his flesh and Dinkflinks. One is taking each one.
Always the smoldering corpse. For light.
Yeah, I'm going for El Ciclon.
As delicious as it is smoldering.
Alright, so let's
Yeah,
roll
it's
the
well
saving throw. What's the DC on this one?
11.
Alright, so I passed it.
Okay.
El Ciclon, go ahead and take 9 hit points.
9 hit points.
This is like
Yep.
you're losing track, but it feels like the 6th or 7th time you've woken up today, and every time you wake up, something horrible is happening. Right now, this beetle is chewing on your flesh.
Yeah.
You feel stiff, you feel burned, like very sore and raw, and this giant horse-sized insect is starting to eat you.
It's actually only the second time he remembers.
Yeah.
It's true. And Thinkfling is also down. Elsie Clone, your move.
Disengage, haul ass back over to where Riot is.
Okay. You can't make it to Riot.
Even with my
Well, let's break it
Okay.
down. You're because you cast that healing word right on the outside of its radius.
Yeah.
So
Well,
how far away were you? Just estimate.
I think by now I must be about 40 feet away.
Okay. Elsie Clone, what is your normal speed?
my normal speed is my normal speed is 35, I believe.
So it's 25 right now because you're carrying the pack. Because you stuffed that box in your pack.
And then I get +5 on that for because of
Oh, I
Focus.
remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's at 40, reduced to 30, and you have to spend 15 of that to stand up. So you can move. You can disengage and move 15 feet away from this beetle towards Riot. So you won't reach her, but you'll get away from the beetle. It will have to advance towards you next round.
Are there 2 beetles?
There are, yes. One
Okay.
eating Elsie Clone and one eating Dinkflink.
Okay.
So after this, you all are going to have to go to the fest hall so Ciclone can give his sensation of being digested by a beetle. The 3 of you down here can go ahead and advance again, your full movement.
Can I use cunning action to do another dash?
You absolutely can.
All right.
So what I'll do then this turn, because Serenity, you have no way to increase your speed, right? You're going to
Nope.
be lagging behind. So I want Mahogany to move up just south of Dinkflink there. And tell me your initiative roll.
Oh God, it's been so long.
Sorry.
18.
18. Okay.
The popular initiative today.
Kelian, your cunning action with 2 dashes, that even beats Mahogany for speed. So you can advance up to Mahogany as well. And what's your initiative?
24.
24. You know there's only 20 sides on the die, right?
That's
Yeah,
the
you're
first
10
time you
ahead of
said
me.
that to me. Yay!
Serenity, are you moving your full dash all the way up?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to be able to keep pace with these guys. Also, last time y'all ran away and left your companions behind in the dust, werewolves happened. So just saying, you know. So next round, I want your initiative.
Okay.
Come back to the top of the order with Kelian at 20.
Can I shoot the beetle that's eating Chink Flink Mink or whatever her name is?
Whoa.
I'll give it.
It's written right there, dude.
Wait,
Dink Flink,
did he
right.
just say Chinkflink?
He
Yeah,
did.
he did. For no apparent reason that I can tell.
I can think of at least one reason.
I
Yeah.
don't
Listen,
remember her
if he
name.
wants to shoot chick flick,
It's
that's
written
fine.
right there.
Yo, listen, if I went to fantasynamegenerators.com and it gave me the name Chinkflink to use, I'm friggin' using it, alright? That's too good to pass up. Yes, you can shoot the beetle, but you're doing so at disadvantage because the winds.
Because fucking pandemonium.
Also, probably because of the... maybe not the distance, but yeah, because of the winds.
Also,
I'm trying to get
dash
its
and
attention.
bonus, right?
Would he do it at just a regular?
Well,
because one of his
I thought we were
allies
starting.
is-
I thought we were starting at a new initiative order. That's why.
Well, yeah, you
Yeah.
got
Okay.
initiative at 24, but I mean, you're still
Feel
shooting
free.
a ranged weapon into the winds.
So we're in the winds, and I don't have an advantage on anything, right? Yeah.
One of your allies is within range of its mandibles.
That's true.
So if you do manage to hit it, you'll be able to roll your sneak attack die.
Does that still work if the ally's unconscious, though? I don't think it does.
No, it probably
Oh
doesn't.
yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds believable.
Okay. So you fire your crossbow bolt, but the bolt just gets whipped aside by the musical winds of the harmonica.
All right.
Both of these fire-breathing giant beetles, seeing Riot, or sensing Riot somehow, coming back, and seeing Ciclon pick themselves up off the ground.
I'm gonna try and... What? You're
Yeah,
gonna try
you-
and cutting words one
Sure.
of these.
One of them missed, but the other one's going to hit AC 19.
Okay.
Ciclon.
Alright, let's see if this even happens. No!
What's it doing?
Ciclon,
What's it doing?
1 point of horrible mandible damage.
Okay.
As this thing's nipping at your heels, trying to drag you back. It thought it was getting a free lunch, and then its lunch got up and walked away. So
That's
it's
fine.
as confused as you are. Mahogany.
Alright, I'm gonna... How far away am I, first of all?
You can get there and attack in this round.
Alright, I'm gonna get there and attack it this round.
Yeah.
Alright,
Which one are you
I should
attacking?
just-
Because one was feasting on Dinkflink and broke away, and then the other one is currently trying to chew Ciclon's legs apart.
wait, the one that was feasting on Dinkling broke away?
Yes, both
Or
of
the
them
one
did.
on Ciclone?
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna have, Metal beat Bite from now on. That makes more sense.
Sure.
11 and 21.
Both hit.
Alright. Do you need cutting and do you need slashing and bludgeoning? Or
No, just
slashing and
The grand ass total
piercing
will be
separate?
good.
Alright, 5 plus 8 is 13.
13
Plus
damage.
8 is 21.
Okay. Bear with me 1 second.
21 piercing and slashing.
Mahogany and Ciclon.
Mm-hmm.
Please make me dexterity saving throws. DC is 11.
Not good at those, as I've already proven.
DC 11 saving throws, or yeah? Yep, nope, failed.
Failed.
Ciclon dies again.
How'd Mahogany do?
Oh, I passed.
Oh,
I'm looking
Ciclone.
rosy.
Yeah.
9 points of fire damage.
Ciclon's down again.
Mahogany, you take half of that, so you take 4.
Wow.
You lash out with your claw at this thing after getting a good bite. You feel like you tear its whole head off, and your claw rakes forward, and you rupture its body, and it bursts into a cloud of superheated gas that just waves over you, singeing your fur.
God, that tastes like when I ate at a fire Genasi's house.
Ciclon goes flying and collapses in a heap on the ground next to you.
Riot. There's still one more of these things.
Is it my turn?
Yes, your turn.
Oh, I didn't hear you say. Okay. All right. Riot's going to use her action to jam a goodberry down Dinkling's throat.
Okay. You reach into your pouch for the good berry, and it's just a smear of rotten berry. It's not there anymore.
Okay. All right. Healing word then. Going to try and use that on Dinkling.
Okay.
Oh, failed.
And once again, the harmonica just steals the words out of your mouth.
Did I lose my action to trying to get that goodberry out, or can
No.
I just try and perform a medicine check on
No, you
Dinkling?
can still have an action.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and stabilize Dinkling.
Okay. Medicine check, please.
Right. Oh, almost was a 20, but instead it's a 7.
She doesn't stabilize. She's bleeding pretty badly from her torso, where this thing has ripped a strip of her flesh away. And besides that, I mean, her body is pretty badly burned.
Yeah.
But the good news is she's still twitching when you get there.
Okay.
El Ciclone.
Death saving throw says, hang on. Come
So
on,
it's not
die.
just the nerves like a spider.
Fail.
Okay. Now, Serenity, what is your initiative total? What did you get on that initiative roll 6 rounds ago?
My initiative is 9.
9, okay. So we're going to go back to the top of the order with Kelian, and this time Serenity will get to act when it comes back around to 9. Kelian, what's up?
What is the other fire-breathing giant beetle doing?
It's looking like it's going to break and run. It's seeing the writing on the wall and sees that you are apex predators here. Looks like it's about to take off.
I'm still going to try to shoot it. Full disadvantage, I guess?
Yeah. Would
Yes.
imagine.
Well, it hasn't actually moved yet, so it's still within 5 feet of. Nope, you're right. Full disadvantage. It's not within 5 feet of anybody. I'm not counting unconscious allies for purposes of sneak attack. That doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy dumb.
Nope.
So once again, lose another bolt to the winds, and this thing.
I'm keeping track of these, by the way.
I hope you are. This thing hauls ass. Skitters up over Dinkling's body, back towards the spike, and starts skittering up the wall. So it's still within reach of ranged attacks. But otherwise you'd have to climb up to reach it. Mahogany.
Alright, Mahogany is going to second verse same as the first on the last beetle.
No, there was
There's
only
only
two.
two.
One of them blew up,
ran
and the other
away.
one just is
Yeah.
That's why I
skittering
said
up the
the
spike.
next, comma, the last, as I remember that.
Okay.
Alright, well, the Bite to Miss clause works.
Okay.
And, oh, that's the D6.